Assalamu alaikum, this is Ashraf Ali. Today I am going to show you how to use service providers in Laravel, as there are only few steps for implementing the service providers in Laravel. Service providers, basically it is the initialization process when all the classes are loaded during the program execution. So what we are going to do in this tutorial, we will going to learn many things. First of all, how to create the classes in the Laravel which we can use throughout the entire application, how to bind that classes to the service providers, how to implement the service providers, then how to use the concept of facets, as the facet is one of the most important concept of Laravel. Facets allow us to access all our complicated classes with the help of very simpler and easier code. So let's see how we can do this. The very first step I'm going to do is creating my user defined class. Okay, so within the app directory I'm gonna create one folder that will going to be serve as a library folder for myself, for my projects, my lib. This is the name of my directory that I have created under app directory. Okay, under that app directory I have one more folder, I have one more directory with the name mylib. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, in that app directory, let me create one more directory. I mean, then it was I have done, there was a little spelling mistake with that. So mylib is my directory. Okay, in that I'm going to create one class file that I would like to use throughout the entire application. So my class.php, this is my class file. In that I'm going to declare one class. Okay, class my class. Right, sorry, uh, yeah, I mean I'll create one file in the lib. Okay, new file. Right here what I'm going to write, I'm going to declare one class file. Alright, in that class I'm going to have one function with the name show. Alright, so let me save it by press Ctrl S and save this file, my class. Okay, this is my class. Okay, I'll create one controller for performing all those operations in the under the my application under the Laravel application directory. At the root of my Laravel application directory I'm going to run one more command. As you can see here, in the command prompt what I'm going to do is, I will create one controller for myself for executing all those, for demonstrating all those things. So let's say php artisan make controller test controller. Right, so yes, test controller is created. Okay, the test controller, we need not to have all those stuff. I'll going to remove them. I'm interested to show you something in the index folder itself. Okay, so here I am going to show you some how we can use that class. Use app, then as you can see here the directory structure, app, then mylib. Okay, so this is the lib where we are going to include in that in my controller. Okay, so now if I use the object of this class, my class, with the help of this object I can call my class function, right? So in the root I will declare the path. We have to use that controller, so let me specify the root for that. Okay, so yes, I mean here I will use test. I'll cut this. Okay, in that my controller name is test controller. Okay, and then index, then @index. This is the name of my controller and this is the name of the function that we would like to execute once the test is written. So let me write the test. Alright, we are at the right place. Now my class not found, so this class, right, this class is not found here, which means we have done one little mistake. We have not used namespace, right? Name space, it is the, it is nothing but virtual path of your classes. So here mylib app, this is, see, this is app, inside this we have mylib. So now it become available. So what I have done is I have created my separate class with the name my class, right? And I use this in the controller with the name test controller. Now instead of using these class functions, see, it's look like very the code is now become lengthy. If I'm going to declare 5 to 4 different classes and using the member of functions of all those classes, so it become difficult task for me to write. Okay, so to make the code simpler, what I'm going to do is I'll implement service providers. Okay, so let me create one service providers. Before that I'll show you one thing. PHP artisan, if you hit this command, no, it will list down all the available commands you can use in the artisan. We can use in this composers, right? So the command we are interested is service providers, right? So this is the command by which we can create our service providers class, right? So let me create the service provider by typing PHP artisan, then Mac provider, and the name of my service providers mylib service providers created successfully, right? So now if you look at here, mylib service providers is created for you, which contain 2 methods. Okay, this method execute when all the libraries has been loaded successfully, and the register method execute during the loading of all your entire classes, right? So here I'm going to let's see how when this function is called. As soon as during the program execution the register method is executed. Let's see how. Register method, register function call. If you would like to test, now I'll show you how you can do this. Let me comment these 2 lines first. Okay, here I'm going to use app. Okay, in that app I'll call register. Okay. In that, just use this providers, app providers, right, the path of your service providers, then app front slash then providers. Okay, this is the name of the providers and our service providers name. Okay, right, this is app, then providers, here providers, then in that this is the name of our service providers. Okay, so just copy this and paste it here. App service providers register. If you will run your application, register method facets, see register, sorry, spelling mistake. So register function is called. Okay, this is my service providers and my service provider register method is called here, but I don't want to execute these functions over here because this is my controller, right, and controller contain your application logic only, right. Why we use MVC framework? Because we would like to make the separations of the codes, and if we are using the controller and combining all those other codes in that, then it means that we are going to have make the code look like hybrid. It means we have a combinations of library files and the application logic itself. So why not to use this configuration file somewhere where the actual initialization process taken place. So I'm going to cut this line, I'm going to remove this line, just cut this or copy or whatever you want, and under the config folder of Laravel application directory, this is the config folder, under that config directory you will have one more file with the name app.php. just open it and specify your service providers over here. Okay, then use the resolution operator and class as well, right. So even if I remove this line, right, so whenever my application run, it automatically load my service providers because I have implemented the service providers and registered the service providers in the app.php files under the providers array. Okay, so let's see what happened. Yes, we have done it successfully. So I need not to write anything in the controller. All the initialization process will be taken place outside this controller, and in that controller I can have only my application logic. So of about two important things we have done till now. The most interesting point we are going to do is we are going to create the interface. We are going to create the facets, which is basically an interface to our complicated classes. We would like to use these classes, right, with the name my classes by using the resolution operator. We want to simply use this class in that manner, resolution operator and show, to make the code look like, but still it gives you some error because we don't have any interfaces for that. So let me create the facets for that. As I told you, facets basically help us to use the simple code for accessing our complicated classes or complicated classes libraries itself. Under the app directory, I'm going to create one directory with the name facets. Okay, in the facets directory I will have one facets file. Okay, so I'll use one more two things like namespace, and this two line has to be used in the facets. Okay, then my class name, my class extend facet. In that I will use one more function, protected static function, this function. Okay, sorry, I have created one file with the name my classes in the facet directory. So this is my facets directory, like my class extend facets, then get facets accessor. This is the most important function which we will use to get the instance during the program execution. Okay, instance, like we are having one classes. Okay, so we would like to use the instance of this classes. We have one class with the name mylib, my class. Okay, the my club reference will be passed to this facets, and with the help of that facet we will be able to use my class instance, and we will be able to use all the member functions and data member inside this class. So the very first step I'm going to do over here is, now as we know that once the file means once the program is executed, it automatically call our service providers, because we have specified it here. Okay, we have specified here, right? We have specified here, so this will automatically call during the program execution. Now let me write few things. I will use app, so use app first as a namespace. Namespace is a virtual directory path, virtual path of your libraries. Then bind function. Okay, it will bind something, like it will bind our class that we can use throughout the entire application. Okay, you can use any name over here for binding your classes. As we are binding our mylib class, so I will use mylib class tool, any name of your choice. Then it will return the instance of our classes. Okay, so our class comes under app, then mylib, then my class. As you can see, the directory structure app, right, then mylib. Okay, and then after my class, so mylib, then after my class, then it will give the instance of this class. Now just copy this and come under the facets. This is the facets class. Sorry, this is the facet class. Just you need to return this name. Okay, as of now we have created the facets class with the name my class. Okay, it will extend to the facets class, right, and that file should be stored in the facets directory. So we have one facets directory, in that we have one facets class, right? So that class we will have to register in the app.php file. Here we have specified the service providers in the providers array, right, and here we are going to specify the user defined facet that we have created recently with the name my class. Okay, so the directory structure for this is app. Okay, then after facets, this is the name of our directory. All right, facets, right, this name is this facet. Okay, and then after the class name my class resolution operator, and then write the keywords class. So this name comes from here, means my class we have defined is declared is my class. So now we have used the interfaces as well. if you will call now, there is some problem with that. In my service providers I have app, then bind, or you can also use bind, okay, sorry, resolution, you can use resolution operator. Alright, so my class test, sorry, I have to use my class, right? I will remove this line because we have created the interface with the name my class, as you can see here, my class. Okay, so use this my class here as well. Now if you will run my class.php line number 11, we have some error in the my class file. Okay, return function accepting fatal unexpected window file. Oh, we forget to include the second bracket of the, this is the class bracket and this is the function bracket. So yes, we have done the task completely. Right now we can use these facets anywhere throughout the entire application. Even if you use this line in the route, you can have access to these classes. Let me show you how you can use this. Just go inside the route folders. You can also use it here. Use the facets name, okay, and then call the function that you would like to execute. That's it. In that simple manner you can do this. I mean, the statement, use statements, sorry, we have done the task, we have completed the task. As you can see, the scope of this class is everywhere in the application of Laravel. So this is the very useful concept. It helps us to reduce the number of line of our code, so the code look like very simple and easy